Deanne came to see me in college, and of course Richard and Khadija. You're on film.
Oh, I'm coming up.
Looking fabulous.
Really? Thank you.
Fabulous. I don't know.
What's gonna happen tonight? No.
Sorry, we ran out.
Your blanket looks so comfy.
It's so
fuzzy. Nice fuzzy blanket.
So what are you thinking?
So here we are. Whoops. Walking the halls. Richard and I. This is a lounge. This is where we'll go if the kids come.
Yeah.
I'll show you guys this hospital. It's beautiful. Okay, can you guys see this hospital? See, it's got all these layers. You know why they purposely do it. People were committing suicide and jumping. So, there's a cafeteria way down there, and atriums on the daytime. This is gorgeous. Same on this side. It's almost exactly the same. Is the tree in the exact same place? So there's a meditation garden here somewhere to walk around if you want to when it's warm. So I'm just going to walk Richard to the elevator. And I'm just going to direct Richard right here to psychiatry. Look, right here. Down that way. Well, you can go ahead and go down to your home, psychiatry. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
This really sweet old man just came up to me. I don't know why people come up to me. Like, I don't know. He's like, hi, my wife just had a stroke. And he started crying. So I was trying to comfort him as best I could. I mean, you know, I told him I'd pray for her and I'd pray for him. And, you know, so sad. Sad. And the lady in the bed beside me has had 3 mini strokes yesterday. 3, and she's 34. But she's doing very well. But it's just scary, you know. But anyway, I had taken you guys on a tour of the there's a beautiful, beautiful prayer. What do they call it? I'll take you there today when Richard gets back. So we are at the Healing Garden. It's gorgeous. Look at this place, you guys. People can come here and think and pray. The water fountain. And it says, water is an essential element of life. The site says it's sensations of water, incorporated into the very, very clear atmosphere of calmness and contemplation. Look at that. I'll show you the wood over here. We'll just walk over here and then we can sit down because my phone might die. Look at the pretty poinsettias. Look at all the Asian. Look at the beautiful. So I'm sorry I didn't get a good video of the prayer garden, but my phone kept cutting out, so I think it died. But anyway, I'll try again tomorrow. Oh, I need to color my hair. Maybe they'll let me do that up here. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Excuse me, could I call my people and have them color my hair for me while I'm here? Anyway, I better go before somebody sees me talking to my phone. So I'm just sitting here watching 90 Day, what's that called, 90 Day Marriage or whatever? Looking at my window. Looking at that window reminds me of I'm in a high-rise or something in New York City. So here's my room, and there's one bed is gone now, and there's the other bed. And yeah, and this is the same ward I was on for my brain surgery. So it's almost 8 p.m. and I'm gonna hit the hay now, so we'll see you guys. Well, as you can see, I am home. I just scrubbed my face. It is so dry from being in the hospital for 5 straight days, but I wanted to do a facial, and I thought while I'm doing my facial, I will talk to you guys and explain what happened. So I had this drippage coming out of my nose, as I had mentioned to you guys before, hoping it was snot, but hoping it was just snot, but the way it was coming out was pouring. It still is pouring out like water. It just pours out of your nose, both sides, when I'm upright. So on the Thursday, I wasn't feeling that great, and I thought, you know what? This isn't right. I really don't think. I think I told you guys. I thought it might have been a leak, a CSF leak, which is brain fluid leak, because I had one before and on my other surgery, but it went away with rest, and they just told me to go home and rest and it'll go away. So anyway, with the combination of way I was feeling and blah blah blah, I thought, let me just run to the ER, then I can just relax in knowing it isn't that, and that'll be that. And I had on my jeans and no plans to stay for sure in the hospital. Had nothing, just Richard. And not that that's nothing, but you know what I mean. So I had jeans on, so we went through the ER. It took forever to get in. Then they transferred me to this other B pod, and I'm like, okay, this is looking more like they're waiting for a bed. You know how they do that with people? They put them and they wait for a bed. So that's what I was starting to think. I'm like, Richard, they're keeping me here. Excuse me. So then after a couple of hours, I asked the nurse, I'm like, what is going on? She goes, oh, you've been admitted. I'm like, what? And she goes, no, so I talked to the doctor, and he's like, you cannot go home, because if this is CSF fluid, it's looking like it is. I had taken a picture. I showed them what it looks like when it's really dripping. They were like, let's say 99% convinced it was brain fluid coming out of my nose. And they said, you know what, you have been protected by somebody, because if you had gotten meningitis, you could have died within 24 hours. So I'm like, oh my God. So anyway, long story short, I ended up on the brain unit, exact same floor actually where I had my surgery. So we had fun in our room. There was one young girl who had a stroke from smoking the pill. She had 3 strokes. Another lady who, like I met, because I was there longer than most people are, there was just variety of brain issues, which is really interesting how many things can go wrong with your brain. Unbelievable. So anyway, they came in last night. I had to give a sample of the stuff, and it takes 3 days for it to come back from the lab. And late last night it came in and they said negative for CSF, which means negative equals no surgery, which to me was the best news I could have gotten. So then the resident came and told me I could go home, and that Dr. Finley wants to see me. He is my surgeon next week. And then she said, oh, and Dr. Finley also told me to tell you, which I thought this was so nice, that he really, really cares about you and wants you to be well, and he wants to see you next week. Because I'm thinking, why would he want to see me? If there's no fluid, then whatever, So yeah, so I'll go see him next week, and we'll see what happens from now till next week with this drippy nose. So I am home. My skin is just horrible, dry from the hospital, which isn't their fault, but it's just the way it is. So I thought, what a perfect time to try this mask that Deanne gave me for my birthday. I don't know if I told you guys. I think I did. This one. It's the Glowing Signs Magnet Mask. Look how much this thing cost. I have always wanted it. It was just kind of a joke that I said, I want the ultimate magnet mask that costs $100. And she bought it for my birthday. I'm like, Dan, silly girl. So you leave this on for 10 minutes and then I will come back and show you guys what you do. That's the funnest part, is the removing of this. It feels like body butter, but it's iron, I guess. I don't know what it is, but it feels fantastic. Anyway, that's as much as I'm going to put on. There. So I wanted to tell you a story about my phone. I never got around to telling you about my phone case. Remember this one? This Kate Spade phone case? So cute. So we were Christmas shopping last week, and I got all these different gifts. So we went to Best Buy. That's where we got them. And then I saw this because my other purple phone case had broken. So I said to Richard, should I get a Kate Spade? You know, is it really necessary, $40 for a phone case? And he goes, well, get it. If you want to, get it. So we're standing at the till waiting. They couldn't find the right SKU, the right numbers to punch it in. They called the manager and blah, blah, blah. It was on Good Friday. Not Good Friday, Black Friday. The line's getting longer, and you know, it's like, and I'm feeling like, I said I shouldn't get it because I don't want to hold up this line for a phone case that I don't truly need. I just want, you know. So anyway, I said to Richard, wait 5 more minutes. So I'm standing there waiting 5 more minutes. The manager trots over, because I'd already paid for my other items, trots over in the case with this. He opens up my bag of my items I'd already bought, sticks it in my bag and says, Merry Christmas. We can't find the number, and I just can't even deal. So here you go, Merry Christmas from Best Buy. They gave it to me. I'm like, what? My lucky day. So I got my pretty phone case for free. I mean, I'm literally so fresh home from the hospital that I still have this on, and my arm is killing me because the whole time I was there, I had an IV in my arm for 5 days. Oh. So anyway, you have to be thankful though. Thank God I am not having surgery. So I'm going to go put the timer on for 10 minutes and I'll be back. Okay, the timer's up. So here is a little piece. It's a magnet. Can you see that? It doesn't look like a magnet, but that's what it is. So you take some tissue paper, and what I did is I took toilet paper squares because I don't want to waste a whole tissue paper on this. There, like this, and then you start to remove. Oh, watch this, you guys. Look at that. Tell me that's not the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life. I'll go to another corner because it's a triangle. See if I can. Oh, it's so neat. It just comes right off, like right. Look at that. And then it looks like metal filings on your magnets. I'm just going to get rid of that piece of tissue and try it again. So I took some off without the camera on. Look at this. It is the weirdest, but coolest. Look at. Okay, I'll do a little bit more with the camera on, and then I will do the rest off camera because I have to keep cleaning the magnet. There. Come on, people. How does this even work? And then your skin feels like heaven underneath. I'm not kidding. It feels like, I can't even describe how beautiful your skin feels. And you can see there's a little bit of, not rosiness, but light. See, you can see the pink undertones. I know it's hard to see because my skin is darker, but it's so neat. So let me go clean this off and I'll be back when my face is all clean. Okay, I can't describe it, but my skin feels absolutely phenomenal. Like when I put my hands over to do this, I feel like there should be tons of like body butter coming off on my hands, but there's nothing. You can just see a little bit, but nothing really. Oh my God, this feels great. This is worth every penny, honest to God. And my skin was a true test because I just came out of the hospital and it was drier than dry, and this feels so good. So anyway, I'm gonna get some chill clothes on. Richard's so adamant that they told me that I have to rest, as have all of you told me that. I need to rest. You've had brain surgery and you haven't really rested. Richard was saying, Monica, you went right back to doing the art challenge. Remember the 100-day art challenge? Like, you've done the crafts, like, too much. So now I have to become the diva that I've always been. So I have to rest. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to knit and read. I'm reading a great book called The Virgin Cure by Amy McKay. She wrote The Birth House. So good. So I'm going to sit and read that. And I have her next one to this one. It's called The Witching Hour or something like that. But I'm reading, so I want to read those books. I'm really getting into books that I want to read. I can't stop touching my face. So anyway, I know this vlog wasn't the normal kind of vlog, but this is my life. This is the way it goes. This is our life. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you for your well wishes and prayers, because I really believe that's the reason I didn't have the surgery. I dodged a bullet. You have no idea how close I came. The neurosurgeons on the weekend, who was the partner of my surgeon, said, if you were my patient, I wouldn't wait for the results to come back. I would have you in the OR right now, and I'd be waxing the bone and making sure the leak and blah, 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 blah. But he said, but because you're Dr. Finley's patient, I just want to talk to him, and we're keeping a really good eye on you, so if anything happens, you're in the right place. So I'm like, okay, so you can imagine how close I was to being taken. They wouldn't even take that IV thing out because they said, we're taking you into the OR, we're doing surgery. So today it's been a bit of a well, this whole week it's been a roller coaster, but particularly today when I came home and I looked and I noticed that I had a doctor's appointment with my regular general practitioner. I started crying, like boo-hoo crying, because I can't. I just couldn't bring myself to get up and go to the doctor. It's just like I told Richard, it's like an emotional roller coaster. First I was having this drip. I go check it out in my jeans, no biggie. Next thing you find out, if you go home you could die. So there's that. We have to keep you till we find out what it is. Then the doctor telling you if you were his patient, he would operate on your brain. So you wrapped your mind around, as soon as my surgeon gets back, I'm probably having yet another brain surgery to find out. My doctor is the head of neurosurgery of the University Hospital. So to find out that he says, nope, I'm waiting for that test. It might not be. There's that 0.0001% that it might not be brain fluid. To find out that he requires a little bit more investigation as to why. And he seems to think, you know, he said, your body has to heal and all this has been interrupted and messed up, you know, give it some time to heal. And let's just check it out and see what's going on. So I'll see him next week, and thank God. Oh my God, you guys don't even know. You don't even know. And you don't know how much I appreciate you. Oh, your prayers, your thought. You guys are just like, it's like my prayer circle. I tell you something and bam, prayers start. And I know they made the difference. They did. I'm home. I'm here. I just have to learn to chillax. So I'm going to. This time I'm going to. That was scary. So anyway, we'll see you next weekend with God only knows what shenanigans we'll be up to. I don't even know where I'm looking in this camera. I think it's over there. I think that's the camera. And I've been looking over there. But that's okay. I can get away with it because I've had brain surgery. Oh, I had a CT scan. This was funny. And the guy comes out and he goes, what? His face was like kind of, he looked like he saw a ghost. And he goes, have you ever had a lot of work done on your head? And he said nobody had told him. They're just doing a facial sinus bones. But he didn't read, you know, previous brain surgeries. And he looked and you see all that, those plates, all those screws. It's like, whoa, it's a lot, you know. Oh, and I have to tell you one last thing really funny. Turner says, he goes, they drove by the hospital in St. Albert, him and his dad. And he goes, is that the hospital that Nana's at? And he said, no, she's at the University Hospital where she had her brain surgeries. And he goes, oh, is she okay? He goes, oh, yeah, she's okay. He goes, And he looks at his dad. Does Nana have a discount there? I thought that was hilarious. 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 You know, kids, they're amazing. And we thank God we don't have to pay. Can you imagine how much this would have cost? You're in a neurosurgical unit for 5 flippin' days, 2 different CT scans, all these tests. Can you imagine the specialty lab tests they had to do? So thank God for Canada Healthcare too. So anyway, I'll quit blabbing. And I'll let you guys go and I'll see you all next week. Love you all. Bye. I'm sorry I didn't get a good video of the prayer garden, but my phone kept cutting out, so I think it died. But anyway, I'll try again tomorrow. Oh, I need to color my hair. Maybe they'll let me do that up here. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Excuse me, could I call my people and have them color my hair for me while I'm here? Anyway, I better go before somebody sees me talking to my phone.